Okay, so let me share something. I don't know if this is something, a revelation that I'm just getting, and I'm just wondering if somebody else has had this revelation, right? So I'm in prayer. And you know how we believers, we're praying for people, and we go to God on behalf of other people, and we intercede, and so I love to pray for people. That's my relationship with God. I love to pray. Talking is praying to God, right? So I hear lay on the altar. And so, growing up in church, you praying, they tell you to go to the altar, you laying on the altar. So you just laying on the altar, on your knees or however, and you just going to God. It's just a posture in prayer, right? So I kept hearing this morning, lay on the altar. So I'm like, okay, the altar, okay, maybe it's an altar in my heart. So I like in my relationship with God, I call it a journey because we're always going from faith to faith and to glory, right? And so the part of the journey is like when you're going from faith to faith, it's a deepening of your relationship with God, your communion with God, your fellowship with God, right? And you'll come to know him and you can trust him where he take you from place to place. And so this morning, he's talking about, okay, let's go for a walk. So I pray and I walk a lot. And I just walk and walk in prayer. And so he was like, come on, let's go for a walk. And I'm like, oh, okay, where he getting ready to take us? Where we going today, God? And so as we're going, he was like, we're going to the altar. And I'm thinking, okay, all right, so we're going to be praying for some folks. He said, I want you to come to the altar. We're going to the altar. And I'm thinking, all right. And then it came to my mind and was like, wait a minute. Where we going? To the altar. Where's the sacrifice? Where's the ram at? And when Isaac and Abraham, and Isaac was like, okay, Paul, where is the ram at? And Paul was like, God will provide. And so we're often praying as Christians and we're praying for other people, but how often do we really lay down and become the sacrifice? Or allow God, that we trust him to the point that we don't really know where we're going, that we trust him to the point that he's like, God is going to provide. Are we willing to be that sacrifice? I can just imagine what Isaac must have felt like, him and his father had to be tight. Him and Paul had to be tight to know that I can trust you when you get ready to slice me up, that the Heavenly Father's going to speak down from heaven. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, now, wait a minute. I could pray all day because that's just talking. But are you really willing to be the sacrifice? That's like the question, to make the intercession and to pay the cost. Thank God that Abraham knew God could provide a ram. I'm just saying, are you willing to be the ram?